Welcome to Loleventvods. Watch the highlights of today's First Stand 2025 matchup.
Games. Oh yeah, CFO, very strong showing against KC the first time around.
He has just been exceptional for them, and
wow, Targamas going in real far there immediately as he hits level.
That way, not only does Yike, wait a second, not only does he get double, is going to be the one to look for it. As waiting in the shadows. Both junglers here, though.
Yep, everybody's ready to party. Kaiwing flashing forward so he can get the headbutt back of Targamas, who already flashed earlier. Remember that. First blood, 3 out of 3 games. Playing for the party. Kana gonna rotate down here too, though. That's gonna make it a 4v3, but Vladdy now has to snap back to the Soul Unbound as Doggo's ready to join up with the rest of the team. Yike and Targamas getting away. Boomerang Blade doing a good job, getting multiple hits there. Even though the 4th man arrived first for the side of KC, it was CFO with that killer instinct. Void Grub stolen away, though, by an accelerated shock blast. Nice job to Khan on that one.
That is huge, because KC were going to get a turret plate on bottom side into the hands of Kalist as payment, but CFO don't even get all 3, so they're not even going to get credit towards. They have started the Dragon, although Junja is kind of rotating over.
Yeah, we'll see if they're able to finish this out
They
without
should.
having a whole lot of trouble. Yeah, Kalist is going to rotate up to it. That'll provide plenty of damage to get this finished before anybody on the other side can really make a meaningful punish. Really farming back and forth, waiting for a better opportunity to show up. There are summoner spells available everywhere as Vladdy goes aggro on Hongq here in mid. Does have that Azir very, very low, but beautifully played by Hongq. Vladdy forced to go right back to where he
used the teleport to bottom lane, though, and Vladdy did not. It is Vladdy's teleport advantage, so the Yone gets to push on bottom and still gets to think about, hey, do we have a actual good setup here? Should I just split push and go for a turret plate myself, or do you want me to teleport up and actually fight it? Currently, the grubs are getting melted, but positioning for KC does look like they are going to use their teleport advantage. Oh, 2 health!
He thought it had one more tick with the pet to bring it below the 900 threshold, but it ends up being 2 grubs over to the side of KC.
They now get to use Vladdy's ulti, who, by the way, finished the Blade of the Rune King here on Yone, which turns Yone into a completely different beast. Much more aggressive. Wait, Rest does have his teleport, but yeah, I don't think they should use it. I think you should just cede this to KC. KC have much better positioning.
Seems that way. Vladdy in some danger, though. Hongq going in, tries to step in front of the Fate Seal to make it so Vladdy can't get back away to the safety of the turret in time, but Vladdy can clear that gap. Junja throws out the wind, becomes lightning, but now he's in danger. Yike with a nice engage. Kana providing the follow-up damage, and Junja's in serious danger. Flashes over the wall to stay alive.
Actually, from KC, they're dropping top lane at the moment to go for this play.
Yeah, they're going after Kaiwing, who just walks it off. Tons of damage from Doggo back into Targamas' health bar, who's now
if
down.
The top lane tower actually ends up falling to that pressure, though, because then the payment would be even bigger. And since CFO didn't give up anything big in that KC attempt to find them in jungle, they're happy to start off this Herald, and they're actually going to burn through it fairly quickly, but KC move over to contest. Kana's recalling now, so Kana will not show up. All you can do is try and poke steal, and CFO, they're able to get a 4 Sivir, get to 2 item power spike, and they want to use it.
Okay, Targamas is going to be the target here from Junja as he immediately pops the Crescent Guard to make sure the counterattack from KC isn't too much, as Kaiwing and Targamas both chunk down to about half here. KC's going to start up the Drake immediately themselves. Everybody from both sides here ready to square off. Got taking a little bit of damage there from the Electro Harpoons. Vladdy's going to be the one putting most of the work into the Drake. He knows he can do it pretty easily. Kaiwing and Targamas off to the side. Junja taking a lot of damage there as the Chains of Corruption don't really find a target. Targamas going to be in some trouble now as the Dragon is down to 3,000 HP. Vladdy thinking about maybe trying to make an entry into the fight somewhere. Goes over the wall there with the Fate Seal. Meanwhile, the fight up to the top half. The Infernal Drake is already secured by the side of KC. Doggo and the rest of CFO desperately trying to get something back because this has already gone KC's way so far. Rest of the wall thinking about trying to get somebody, but there's no way for him to find any of the health bars. KC's still on the run. They got Soul Point. They got the neutral.
Are going to be able to bring the full might of Shurima into this game and put it on display. Because currently, the Otacon is just getting yoinked by KC in exchange for tower gold for CFO.
Yeah, CFO's saying, all right, you want Otacon? Take him. We're going to go for everything up here on the top side instead. Tier 2 turret has been destroyed. Otacon's still going down ever so slowly, but it doesn't matter how slowly. Nobody from CFO is even in this neighborhood. They will have about a 2,500 gold lead over their opponents. But KC now will see if they can manage to secure anything meaningful out of this Voracious Otacon buff.
They want more time on it.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're gonna
Into our
maximize.
Shurima scaling. And now it looks like they're going to claim some here from Kana.
Yep, Kana's in some trouble as Junja's just gonna walk up to help rest. They'll knock this guy down. They'll get for these fights. False lives expire now on KC. The timer of the Otacon just desynced with this upcoming Dragon battle, as now both sides are squaring off. Vladdy's already started up the Drake. Yone can clear this so fast just on his own with the Blade of the Ruined King. CFO has limited time to step up. Junja jumps over the wall. The Dragon's still at about 4,000 HP. CFO make their way into the pit. Vladdy's gonna be the target. Hongq goes to the shuffle, finds Vladdy, but a ton of damage onto rest, and he's already down. KC taking the fight for now. Ton of damage back into Hongq. He's very low. The Drake slain by Yike and KC as Targamas tries to get away, and Yike goes after Doggo as a flashback over the wall. KC getting it done. Kana misses the accelerated shock blast, but he'll chase down Doggo. It's Infernal Soul plus 3 kills for KC. Hongq jumps right back towards Targamas, and he can't get the kill in time. Kaiwing won't clean it up. It'll be a clean ace plus a Dragon Soul for KC.
Take out the vision so you can look for some picks and make the Oysters walk to you.
Junja in some danger now as Targamas goes in, leading the charge for the rest of KC. They pop the enemy jungler, and with Junja down, now there's a ton of danger. Nice shuffle comes out from Hongq, but it's not nice enough. He tries to jump back over the wall. Kaiwing and Rest keep fighting. Doggo's on the very edge of the fight. He can't do any damage. And KC taking...
For sure, for KC. They get their picks. All CFO can do is just try and rotate and push out some minion waves. They ping towards mid tower, but that's too close. Kalist doesn't want to let him have anything.
Doggo does not want anything to do with these guys, not anymore. 2,000 gold lead for CFO at about 23 minutes. Now hold on. Targamas is the target for CFO, but that's not really a great target. That almost never works. Junja's gonna be in some danger now too. Pressing guard, keeping him in a decent enough spot. Yike on the southern side of the fight as KC still feeling good, and Vladdy's coming in on the flank. Hongq goes in, finds a shuffle on a Kalist. They need backup to try to take him down. They got to get something back, but CFO are just too far behind. Every effort is not enough. They're trying to exit stage right, but it doesn't matter. Vladdy's made his way into the fight. Beautiful headbutt coming out from Kaiwing to avoid the fate sealed. Now Vladdy again, just barely hanging on. The burn keeps ticking, but once more, I'll say it again, Kobe, it's just not... Okay, we'll see how CFO wants to approach it. Kaiwing in some serious danger. He's just gonna die before anything else can happen, and now the same song's gonna get sung for Hongq with 2 dead. That's it. Fight's over before it starts, and KC's gonna pick up an Elder Drake.
Unless there's a miracle steal here from CFO or Junja or something, this has gotta be KC wrapping it up. Junja, Rest, and Doggo here. Do they have a miracle in them?
I don't know about water turning into wine on this one, Kobe. The only red in this water is about to be blood, and it'll be Oyster blood if they go anywhere near this thing. Kalist and Yike have all the damage they need to secure the objective. The remaining 3 players of KC can zone everybody else away, and CFO's chances have all but evaporated.
You're on a timer again, and they are going to use it.
Here we go, tier 3 turret in bottom. That's the first way into the enemy base. It's already cracked. First inhibitor's gonna fall immediately right after. Kana and Kaiwing doing something in the jungle at the same time, but the real story is here in the base. As the inhibitor falls, Kalist again, just throwing out. Yeah, at this point, CFO is just praying for a KC mistake.
They've still got 35 seconds on the Elder, so no chance there. They're gonna clean it up, but CFO want to mount their defense at their towers, Flower.
Yep, that's the only way to really do it. You do, oh no, it might not even be that opportunity now as Hongq's got to try to get away. Left in the Elderman, any sort of follow-up would have been able to take the Azir down. Vladdy unafraid to jump forward here. Another Chains of Corruption flies out. This one wanted Doggo, not gonna find him. KC has 5 seconds left on the Elder. Next wave's not gonna be here in time to use it.
I'd say Kaiwing just gonna have to choose his moment and full send. Wait for the opening. Teleport back from Vladdy. Guardian Angel in inventory. Slowly but surely. I think next minion wave on mid lane that crashes, Kana's gonna be able to do a lot of damage here. Looks like they rotate over though. The waves are desynced, so CFO kind of look over. Still not going to be able to deal with Kana, though. The onslaught too powerful. 4,000 individual gold lead for him, by the way.
He is just completely head and shoulders above rest in this game. This Jace has really brought the firepower on this one. 6 KP out of the 9 that the team has total. And now with that mid lane inhibitor destroyed, with Junja down, barely hanging on. He gets caught by Yike, who jumps in with the second half of the flail, can't quite get the kill. Rest tries to defend, but it ain't gonna matter. Kalist already has the unstoppable streak here as they knock down the CFO top laner. 5v4 for KC as they're on the victory march. That first Nexus turret is about to fall. The second is all the same. Vladdy jumps in. Hongq survives the stasis with only a second, but Doggo will die in his place. Hongq falls next. And KC will be the first team that's not HLE to put a loss on CFO's record. They'll go up 1-0.
Globals, Galio Ultimate versus the Pantheon, Talia, and Kaisa here. About can the Kindred will go for offensive plays with...
Oh, Yike's gonna get the first blood right here, surely. Just needs one more hit to do it. Beautifully done. KC on the board.
Oh, the early game plan for the Kindred here is fully set behind.
Oh, Kaiwing wanting the scrap down here in the 2v2 yet again, but he's got to be careful about all the damage he's taken. Targamas down below 100. Time to really contribute a whole lot to this as Vladdy will move down through the river, but again, it's another nice dredge line coming out from Kaiwing. He's got to try to get away, flashes back out of the range of the crash down. Junja's got to escape now because Yike and Vladdy are also ready to join the fight. Yike still moving forward, no flash available on that Pantheon. Already used it earlier to get the first blood.
Strategy for so many of these skirmishes, but currently CFO into the Dragon, they leashed it. The Hextech Dragon is very annoying to get away from. They have to be careful. They're going to get collapsed on right here. This is not a good spot for CFO.
Yeah, this is really dicey. Kaiwing has no flash. Remember, CFO, they want to try to fight this as Galio makes a heroic entrance, but it doesn't even hit anybody on KC's side. Now CFO is trapped inside the pit. The Dragon's got about 2,000 health remaining. It's aggro over the KC players for now. Junja dropping down. The Wolf right there has to flash back away from some of the incoming damage. Hongq goes into the middle of everybody, but Targamas isn't dead just yet, and Hongq's gonna be first to die. The Dragon is low. It is gonna be claimed by the side of CFO, but they just lost so many men.
In receiving plays. KC, they can send a lot of them after the success they just had. Let's take a look. They're gonna do just that. Kaisa was walking up.
Okay, Kaiwing wanted to go for a dredge line there, but it hit one of the little void mites. Kalist versus Driver, and Kalist is unafraid of dealing with this solo laner that's 2 levels above him as CFO continues hanging around the grub pit. They've already secured one of the little grubs, but that's it. Seismic Shove does not hit a target. Kalist again looking for the battle. Beautiful job there with the Killer Instinct, getting away from the explosive cask. Driver slows Kalist down enough to survive. But again, level 6 versus level 8, the Kaisa comes out on top.
Yeah, Kalist also can take a bite out of the belly. Looks like Doggo's gonna fire off the ulti down bottom, try and help with, I mean, the wave's not even there anymore, so that Ezreal just kind of whiffed. Regardless though, up on this top side, they're still fighting over the last one.
Okay.
Yike has smite available, but it's an unupgraded smite.
Okay, so there it is. Actually, all 3 grubs and 2 of Yike. Again, just talking about the difference in junglers between the first series and now. Beautifully done by Driver there. Knocks Kalist back underneath the turret. Also was an absolute tragedy for CFO, even though they got it. We'll see what the second looks like as Driver has found himself caught out of position. It's exactly what we said in the draft, Kobe. Whole squad in and instantly make anybody caught out of position a dead man.
Yeah, your side lanes are always in danger, and this isn't even, we were kind of looking towards when the outer towers are down. Oh, you're gonna be so scared. Outer towers are still up, and Dragon is up, so with objective on this side of the map, KC decide to make one of their full send plays. Multiple ults invested in order to get the kill. Plus, you're going to basically trade turret plate money because they got turret plate money on the bottom side. Teleport here. It takes a long time in the early game to actually travel down there. So another piece of that Gragas flowers.
And he's just hanging around farming more plates. He has to know he's just dead here. Surely wants to flash for it, but no, it is not going to matter. Just feels like a wasted summoner spell. They slow him down, they beat him down, a little bit more damage is all they need, and the spear finds the big man, Yike.
Yeah, Kalist is fairly rich. The last time I saw him get like real rich in the early game, he ended up 17 kills on a Jhin.
Yeah.
So let's see the high water mark. Can he reach it again? Because their full dive comp is set up to make tons of picks across the map and allow the Kai'Sa to fly in with the killer instinct and get so many more. First of all, secure the grubs for themselves.
Not quite there, yeah.
If Yike's ultimate was fully available, I feel like it would be another huge play.
Well,
Okay,
there it is. Now it's ready to go. Kaiwing's in some danger for the grand entrance over the top. There's the Lamb's respite to try to keep everybody alive. The turret's still not dead yet. Yike is taken low, but Junja's on the run and he's first to die. It's 2 dead bodies in CFO jerseys. It's KC wanting even more. Kaiwing runs all the way away. The spear misses, so now they turn their attention over onto Doggo. He's still...
I mean, Vladdy's going to take a visit here.
Immediately blast Driver for about half his HP. Wants to keep chasing, flashes forward past the explosive cast. Driver just trying to use the fancy feet, but I don't see any way out, man. This is going to be a 9-0 game.
Even Talia can
These first best of 5s that we're getting to see in Fearless mode. Kobe, at this pace, we are not seeing a 5th game.
I would definitely wager that we don't. Yeah, I think that would be a safe bet. KC running the map right now, and it also gets worse from this point for CFO.
Yeah, it sure doesn't get better.
It definitely does not get better. Here.
Oh, Target with the flash over the wall, immediately follows it up with a crash down Magnet Storm. More help, another Weaver's Wall. Kaiwing low, but he stays alive. Reinforced by Hong Q. CFO's bottom lane duo barely holds on with 100 HP each, but now the Herald's been summoned up. Now the tier 1 turret's gonna be forced down. Now the gold lead is 6,000. 17 minutes into the game.
Playing with their food at the moment. Driver here has been the food.
Yep, and it looks like he's about to be another heaping helping. The Ignite's still ticking. He does manage to eat 1 honey fruit to live through it. But that's about the best CFO can ask for right now.
Yep, an escape with his life. Yike throwing up the Amumu tears. I mean, the tournament started with tears for Yike, but now it is ending with, I mean, a rocket to the moon for winning this is more experience. You get finals position.
CFO, they wanted to make the move, but KC was ready for the reaction, and now Hongq's the target. Everybody in KC has arrived for the party, and they don't want just one. Junja's in some danger now as the Unraveled Earth makes it hard to get away. Junja wants to escape over the wall, but Yike with another spike from downtown.
It's a hit. Yike don't miss those. Okay, Targa.
Targamas just setting up another one. That doggo ain't going to heaven, and Kalist is minutes into the game, and we are at the point where CFO now needs KC to throw. But the problem is we're also at the point where Otacon's on the board, and there is nobody on CFO that can get anywhere even close to this thing. Kalist and Yike can just two-man it so easily.
Yeah, and critically, this Otacon will give you permanent power in the flowers, extra experience, and a lot of adaptive force here for them, rather than with Ultimate are going to come flying through and you don't have a lot of time to work with, but oh no, Driver.
Boy, here he goes again. Don't think he's going to be driving too much further. Does manage to flash away from the Shattering Strike. Targamas with the remount, flashing forward. Wants just a little bit more here. Oh, the Magnet Storm, not quite what he wanted. Doesn't matter. Yike comes crashing down and guarantees it. Vladdy will take the kill on that one. 13-0 now in this second game. Oh, make it 14. Nice shove from Vladdy. Kalist, godlike. 7-0-4 on the
Best of 5 here. You don't want to let the first two really crush your mental. You have to try and regroup for the rest of the series here. Yes, it's going to be must-win.
Driver. Again, man. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Body slams away for that first shove, but no, I don't think he's getting away, man. They brought everybody yet again. The cast just ends up knocking Kana and Yike forward. Junja does get enough distance to escape the Pantheon in time, so he's not going to be for another minute and a half for KC to move over and try to take. Junja hit by the Q2 over the wall there from Kana. Kana's having the top lane experience this game. 0-0-2, the game's won. He's showing up, having a little bit of fun himself now. but man, KC just putting on a show here in this Powered by AWS. Just a massive ocean of red as Kana finds himself caught out a little bit here on the bottom side of the river. Does get knocked back by the explosive cast. Kana will drop, and finally CFO's on the board. Yike wants to get one back there on Junja as Vladdy shows up from behind. Kalist goes legendary as Junja dies, and now another kill comes through for the side of KC. Making a triple for Kalist. Is it a quadra for Kalist? No, Vladdy shuts down the potential of a pentakill there, but that does not matter. KC got what they needed, and they can march their way over to Baron.
All right, Doggo. Here you go. It's Doggo in a dream. He's got a mystic shot.
That dream might turn into a nightmare, my friend. Vladdy jumps right off the Weaver's wall, and he wants more damage onto that Doggo, but there's the shattering strike.
The Baron, the Scuttle Crab, the full trifecta.
Everything. The three most important things in League of Legends.
Definitely true. KC here, they have to be riding so high on the momentum they've built in this series. With this Baron buff, you have to believe it'll be a quick reset into pushing very deep. And
well, Junja knocked right back into the rock field, knocked right back into
the rest of the series has to be this way.
Exactly. You can still bounce back, you can still keep going, you can still fight your heart out for the next 3 games and win the thing. But KC has shown this is not day 2. This is not the team that they played a few days ago back at the start of First Stand. This is a squad that has evolved in such an insane way throughout this past week of competition, showing up and looking completely lost, completely disjointed, and then just leveling up day after day after day to the point where we're at right now, where they're about to be 1 game away. I can't even finish this sentence praising them before they get another kill because they're so far ahead. They're up 15,000 gold, and they're about to be 1 game away from making the finals.
Incredible stuff here with the young players. Actually, 0 deaths on either Vladdy or Kalist. 18 and 19 years old on the international stage, looking to end it. Vladdy was the one that got the seismic shove on the last driver kill, the most recent one of many, and that's going to be KC.
That's all it takes. Targamas jumping into the back line to the Magnet Storm for the initiation. It's time to pad those stats. There's nothing else to it. CFO falls back onto the steps of the fountain as KC pushes forward to the enemy nexus. A double kill for Yike to round it out, and that'll be KC moving to match point.
Huge stuff for KC there, and it has got to be crunch time now for CFO to turn it all around. Very aggressive top side here with your Renekton. The counter shot as a crutch for later. Here's going to be face check.
Yeah, Targamas just walks right into it. Wants to fire off the bone skewer that he started with. He's going to die. That's first blood over to Doggo at 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Possibility of remaining.
Oh, nice grab under Kalist there as well.
Of remaining proactive and completely changing what this series can look like. They've got
doing it with this quick pace. They were doing it with all this aggressive play. Targamas going in after Honkyu, who jumps back over the wall, flashes away from the follow-up stun potential of the Pike. Oh, nice Vault Breaker flash from Yike. And again, the K.
But rotation up to the grubs is going to happen regardless, as both supports make their support roam timers up to this grub fight.
It will be Vladdy who's on the way faster from mid, as Junja and Yike still ready to fight over these. Junja doing a good job there, lands the spear to secure that next grub. Vladdy, Yike, and Targamas taking their exit now. The last grub being left in the pit as Junja turns his attention over to the Scuttle Crab first to pick that one up. Still has 1 smite charge left to go. The first 2 grubs, 1 to either side. So this should end up being a 2-to-1 grub advantage for CFO.
Yep, Yike got his 1 with the smite, so don't have to stick around any longer down there.
That he was playing in that single game win against HLE where he had the 18 kills or whatever, as Doggo is now in a little bit of danger, but the Lantern pulls him back to safety. Oh, beautiful bone skewer from Targamas. He threaded the needle like a magician, but Doggo's still going to get one back. Kalist is in danger. He had to flash to guarantee the kill, and now Kaiwing steps past him to try to get another one back, and there it is. Feat of Warfare claim.
Matchup up on top side into the Renekton, and only thing he has to be worried about is the Nidalee.
Yep. And
Italy
that
is
looks
here now.
like it might be exactly what's about to happen. The spear lands on top of the stun. Kana with the flash away. Junja for the flash follow. And he takes... There's no teleports available for either one of the top laners. Everybody on CFO that's not Renekton is hanging out up here in this top side river. Set of Void Grubs. First one's gonna go ahead and drop. Death Sentence over the wall, doesn't find anybody. Doggo continuing to poke with the volleys. As Yike bolt breaks forward, immediately going after Doggo. Tons of burst down onto the CFO marksman, but it's not enough to kill him. Kaiwing's the next target as he's executed by Targamas. A beautiful fear coming out from Vladdy, and Honkyu's gonna make his escape. He flashes at the Bone Skewer, but he's got to keep running. A deadly flourish from a deadly range. Honkyu still just trying to get out of this one as Targamas jumps on top of him, and Vladdy picks up the money. KC, 2 for nothing on
taken.
Yeah, easy stuff there for KC as Rest versus Kana. He's gonna break out into a full-on fight here. Rest trying to keep Kana around long enough for backup to arrive, but doesn't want to overcommit it. Death Sentence was barely missing Targamas as he uses the deep water dive to get out of the way. Yike starts up the dragon. Junja again just trying to throw out these spears, land some kind of poke. Honkyu got to be careful. Dodges away from the Bone Skewer. Dragon still at about 2/3 HP. Junja can kind of just fight this thing forever because he's got the heals that he can spam. Targamas, Yike, and Vladdy gonna go ahead and secure the Scuttle Crab first. Doggo finally makes his way up to the fight. Both top laners ready to teleport in. It should be Kana that arrives slightly earlier, but Rest has also arrived. Now Junja's your target, immediately juggled around, but he turns right back on Yike, and he is down. The Hextech Drake stolen away by CFO. But what about the rest of the fight? Vladdy and Targamas stuck inside the pit. A beautiful Bone Skewer onto the pike, as now he's in danger too. Rest goes deep, trying to find the kill on the Kana. Oh, Targamas! Wombo combo just kills 2! Everybody's about to die on CFO. And just when it looked like the light was shining in the darkness, KC snaps. Waiting around the Otacon pit. Kaiwing, Rest, and Junja just trying to secure this Herald. Get this bursted down before KC can try to collapse and punish yet again. Doggo finds Kalist. Plenty of damage onto him there. The arrow, though, immediately nullified by the cleanse, but it doesn't matter. Doggo has enough damage. Vladdy flashing away to escape any more follow-up. First turret
he goes for the blast cone there.
Oh, Honkyu gets caught out by Targamas. The stun of the execution. This, you'll love to see it as Rest. We're back to live, and he's about to be laid to rest. He barely stays alive thanks to Kaiwing providing the shield. And now Junja jumps in the middle of everybody, and Yike is about to burn down to the Leandries. A little bit more damage is needed. One auto attack to the face gets it done. Vladdy's next to fall, and the shutdown goes over to Junja. That's 2 kills for the side of...
Pike is very good at that.
Yeah, it's one of the most annoying champions in the game to deal with when played well. Junja trying to go for the spear there, doesn't hit it. Targamas though! All right,
the Iron Solari actually kept him alive, but we're back at it. Rest has no one to save him this time, Flowers.
Yeah, if you first don't succeed, try again.
Dash arrow, you have to go for some stuff and try and snowball. Oh.
Kaiwing does get hit by the Bone Skewer. Still should be decently safe for now. Never mind, I'm eating those words, and Kaiwing is eating a public execution. KC pick up another kill, and they're about to stop the dragon stacking of CFO. This is not gonna go the way that it did in game 1 where KC just piled them up. CFO having that tempo slowed down now as Targamas, beautiful hook onto Junja, but he has the stasis to punish Yike instead. Massive turnaround. Perfect timing, nicely done. Now Targamas has to try to get away too. I say it time, that could have been such an amazing pick there for the side of KC, but it gets turned around with the nice stasis usage.
And they go right over to the Otacon after that. I mean, Targamas is on the way up. He's worked some magic. They're gonna teleport Kana here as well.
Okay, Otacon down to 4,000. Yike is still dead for 3 minutes. The Otacon should drop here. They're focus firing it pretty effectively, and there it goes. Ruinous Otacon is clean, but they need to pick all the flowers too. Whenever it's this Otacon, the flowers are a huge part of the reward. Okay, CFO gets the Otacon. They get all the bonus. Is quite a statement as the arrow shot out onto Vladdy. Immediately, Honkyu wants to help out, guarantee the kill, and they get it done. Now he's ready to go to Reset City. Population, Yike! Double kill over to Honkyu, and see
a substantial bonus of having your Nidalee this far ahead. There we go, Ash Arrow.
Nice arrow, Yike wanting to steal away the chickens. It's the junglers stealing away those resources. but the power of the Ashe to again make these punishes. CFO, with enemy jungler dead for the next 30 seconds, makes the call to go for the Baron. They've got it down to half, but the curtain call is opened up, and Rest has taken a little bit of a chunk of damage. Kaiwing wanted to go for some kind of a flash engage, but he's not going to get anything he wants. The Baron's been secured, and Rest is scrapping with Kana off to the side. Junja wants to go in to kill Kalist, but he doesn't have the damage to do it himself. Honkyu's on a killing spree, and Kana is down. Honkyu after Vladdy now, as Kalist tries to escape. Junja's killed him with the burn, and that's a rampage!
Baby, that's a Baron! That's gonna be the dragon for them as well! They want to push this series further.
And they are looking like they're in a...
Sieging up on the tower. Yike actually the one to go for a pick on Rest.
Yeah, they want to see if they can maybe get the isolated guy here. Arrow flies out from Doggo, Rest with the slice and the dice. Final shot from the curtain call ain't gonna hit nothing. Junja jumps in again. This is the power of having the stasis. You just throw yourself in there, full yeet, and there's your delete. Honkyu on a rampage. Yike dead again, and CFO cracked the enemy base. They'll take out that tier 3 turret and the inhibitor right behind it. There's no breaks. The war machine keeps going. They've got the wave crashing into the Nexus turrets, and they're starting to put the damage into the first. Junja's gonna take the turret aggro here at the very start. He's stunned up, destroyed before he can ever even use the stasis. Nice shutdown over to Vladdy, but it's not stopping the push as a whole, because CFO, they'll knock down another tier 3, they'll knock down another inhib, and now they'll fall back.
Yep. They can't end the game, but they do get those 2 inhibitors so that they can make use of Doggo's insane Ashe arrows, but...
Yike jumping in there, going for a crazy engage. He thought maybe he and Kana could get the pick on a Honkyu, catch him unawares, but it ain't gonna work. Kana's dead now too. All right, Kobe, maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul. Maybe they don't need the Dragon Soul, with that being the state of things. KC thinking, okay, if we give away this soul, there's just no way. Honkyu right in the face of Kalist, the 2 youngest players in the tournament, and Honkyu comes out on top, the heal, enough to keep him alive, despite the severing bolt. Vladdy going for another one, but it won't matter. There's only one left alive on KC, and Rest is on the hunt. The volley flies out, the stasis to buy a little bit of time, one more play to bring him back. The fleeing Doggo will not matter, because Honkyu can get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 4.
Honkyu, the 17-year-old mid-lane prodigy at the end. Put a lot of pressure on side lanes, you know, if the opening of the game does.
And you can see the lane swap attempt here as Driver goes bottom, and that means they're going to be able to send their Kalista Renata topside, but then just the exact equal response from KC, making sure that they want to keep Caitlyn and Karma dealing with that Kalista and Renata combo, as Kana's honestly having exactly the time you would expect him to have against the Ornn, just dominating in the 1v1 there. Jun just starting up the Drake nice and early. Yike nearby, but hard to close in and try to deal with this guy. Ornhorn summoned up. Driver smacking Kana around a little bit with him, but Kana with a flash behind him to get the better positioning. Now Driver's got to continue running away as the Infernal Drake is already going to be secured by CFO. Kaiwing and Honkyu both ready to try to jump in here. It's first blood over to Honkyu on the Akali.
Honkyu with the perfect execution from Honkyu, and when Akali gets accelerated, I personally am traumatized from all solo queue times.
I am typing FF. I am working on my Mavis Bacon typing simulator /FF/FF. That Akali is a hard champion to deal with, and it looks like CFO, not only are they going to get the first Drake, they're going to get the first 3 grubs. There's no accelerated Jace shot advantage, at least in their individual power. But Yike is going to take the chance, knock out that little spooky Kalista Sentinel, start up this dragon himself. Driver versus Kana up here on the top side. It's a hard knock life for Ornn. He doesn't really like this situation too much, but he's doing what he can with it as KC has control over the bot side river. And it doesn't look like anybody on the side of CFO is interested in this. Instead, they're just going to handshake this second spawn of objectives. The dragons will end up going 1-1.
Vladdy finished his Luden's Echo and then teleported back in to force the recall the other way. So to the top side of the map afterwards, and Kana sitting down here still trying to farm up some grass procs here against Driver.
Yeah, Kana with that completed Trinity Force is so scary now, but Junja showing up. Nice escape from Kana so far. He gets far enough away.
Boomerang in the bottom lane.
And there are no ones in the assist column for anybody else on KC, so that was a solo kill. Now Kana
That's what you get for burning my flash with that gank, huh?
Yeah.
You call jungler. Oh, okay, well, I called mid laner.
Yeah, here comes Honkyu. Sure, he can flip backwards to just get himself closer. Perfect execution, and oh, nice. He tried to juke him, thinking maybe he would go the wrong way, but not quite gonna get the luck on that one. As Doggo ready to try to engage here on a Kalista and Targamas. No, they need to back away right now. Kaiwing and Doggo know that they're in some danger. Yike is trying to close the gap, wants to go for the flash
I
engage.
really liked their side of it. The Gnar has the ability to win side lane as well as join the rest of the team.
Oh yeah. KC gonna take the opportunity, just try to force down the tier 1 turret here as you do have a teleport coming in from Driver, joining up with the rest of the squad to try to make a play. Honkyu diving in with the Ornhorn in over the top. Junja gonna get the fear. Feat of Warfare claimed as Yike spins in, trying to get something back, but he will not do it. Meanwhile,
They're not gonna answer with Kana's teleport, but they couldn't avoid the engage.
Yike's in some trouble. He gets caught out. He's gonna get bursted down. The fear is there, and he's out. Beautifully picked there by CFO. The Herald now summoned up too, just as a distraction over in mid lane. And with the claim on this Drake, there's going to be, oh wait, there's already the feats claimed. I forgot about the first Drake going the way of CFO. This game has been crazy for the first 17 minutes. And KC going to use the power of this early pressure to at least claim the last of those tier 1 turrets from CFO, but it's another neutral objective going the way of the Oysters.
Yeah, it's just a consolation prize for KC there. The scraps, the turret, getting some money. CFO, the big winner here. It does get difficult to fully commit to it, but Honkyu cancels his recall. They're gonna.
Yeah, they want to make this happen. This turret has barely any HP left, but Doggo's about to die. Stays alive a little bit longer. They go in hard on Kana. The Between Worlds is not enough damage because of the bailout here just yet. Vladdy gets himself away, and now Junja's in trouble. Vladdy continuing the chase. Targamas and Yike right next to him. CFO gonna go ahead and just bursted down very quickly. As Driver ready to summon up the Ornhorn yet again. Beautifully done there from Yike, though, to interrupt the second half of the cast. Now Driver's about to die. He barely holds on. Driver close to losing his life for it. That had to be about 50 HP. Yeah. Maybe that was an unending despair proc, keeping him alive as Kana jumps over the wall. He dodges everything that might have been flying towards him. Remember, this is the single strongest player on the map for either team is Kana's Gnar. Just zoning everybody away by himself. Ready to transform now. Narbar charge. As Otacon will put some damage in the junglers. Advantage for Junja there. Not the 2-item power spike for Yike means he's going to feel a lot worse when he dives in. And CFO, you already said it earlier, Kobe, have been focusing him whenever they get the opportunity to do so. Driver's here to play spoiler to any potential entry from KC, trying to stop this Drake, and that'll be sole point for CFO, uncontested.
Yeah, I feel like test instead, but now they go for Honkyu.
Honkyu in some danger, slammed back into the wall Between Worlds, all the burst down onto him. They want to get the reset. It's not going to happen, but in the back, huge! From Junja to pick up 2. Yes, KC might have assassinated the Akali, but the response is an absolute slugger coming out from CFO. Doggo in the front line, going crazy forward after Kalist, but Kalist turns it around, and now Kana's got Hysteric's Gauge, keeping him alive. A little bit more damage, a flash from Junja. Kalist is still alive, and now it's Driver having to run interference on that. Doggo just went completely crazy.
Yeah, he was trying to smurf on Kalist, but Kalist gets the last. It came at the same timing as Driver just getting chunked out. So Driver left, your front line left, here we go on Baron.
Yeah, they threw the control ward over the wall into the brush, but it's right on top of a control ward that has already been placed by KC. KC is fully aware that this is being attempted by CFO. CFO wants to force it with the power of the Kalista, the double smite to the combo power with the Rend, but the Nocturne blind over the wall goes, yeah, can he do it? No! They will not steal it away. CFO forces the
combo.
This is absolute madness from CFO. Targamas trying to keep everybody's owned away as Driver fires off an Orn Horn. Targamas getting away from it there with a flash, but now Hongq has made his way forward as well. Yike, the target, the Wukong trying to escape with a perfect execution, seals his fate. The stasis from Hongq. Nice toss into the immediate hostile takeover. CFO just ripped their heads off. Kana and Vladdy, the last two alive. That is absolute killer instinct right there. The wombo combo. This is why Kalista and Renata can pair so well together. You throw Renata in like a bowling ball, and the bowling ball makes everybody kill each other. It's absolutely insane when you catch them in a choke like that, and the reward is Otacon.
Huge stuff. CFO with the Baron, with the Otacon.
He's been set behind and just completely useless.
All right, well, I think there's zero chance that they do anything about the dragon.
Yeah.
What about our chances of actually making use of this Otacon buff here for CFO, though? Because the timer is going to, wind down fairly quickly here. Dragon Soul just looks like that is forfeit for sure. No way that KC are going to fight into this buff, and so it looks like that's
all right. Here comes the march down top lane. Doggo takes a big chunk of damage, but he'll be happy to heal it right back up, and here goes Driver yet again. Forces out the Ornn engage, but a nice sidestep coming out from Vladdy means he stays safe. Hostile takeover over the top, hits multiple targets, but nobody's dead just yet. Into the back goes Hongq, and into the ground goes KC. A double kill over to Hongq as Yike, Kana, and Vladdy try to keep themselves alive, but the Nexus turrets are the target. CFO has their eyes on the prize, and KC is scrambling to keep them from it. Driver teleporting back into the enemy base, ready to rejoin for the final mission of this fourth game. The minion wave has arrived. Kaiwing with a beautiful handshake to force the flash away from Kana, and Doggo is on a killing mission yet again. Hongq in a rampage. Second Nexus turret headed for the ground, and CFO is headed for game 5. We're going to Silver Scrapes.
Hongq, my man. They say, can rookies handle international pressure? Well,
I feel like there's a lot of pressure on Junja to set things up. Oh, but down here, CFO. Yike is ready and waiting for him over the wall. There goes the Zeri, but a nice bramble smash right on back. Doggo's in danger. It's first blood over to Kalist. Kaiwing cannot.
With that kill for Kalist. A whole BF sword. He's got both sums available on the Nila. Kana.
Oh, early orange from Driver. He has to flash away. Just for a second, I almost thought Kana was about to die to a creep block.
And Maokai level 6, very obviously, so much power for these objective fights. So really nice, kind of smooth pathway here for Yike in a game that we were looking for him to step up again. He's definitely set up to do so.
Ooh, Vladdy going in right on top of Hongq, who immediately pops the point-blank shockwave. Targamas rotating over to make sure that his mid laner does not drop there. Some aggressive play in the mid lane results in Vladdy having to use his flash. The neutral objectives, one for one team, one for the other. Dragon early for KC. Remember, this was massive in them getting their first win back in that super slow game 1. Stacking up the Drakes of getting bot lane. And Kalist and Targamas, it looks like they're going to bring Yike down here, see if they can clear this out. Driver in some danger, pops one barrel immediately. Kalist with the apotheosis, and there it is again, it's KC.
This is going to be the one. The true meaning, it's going to be a dive on top side.
Yeah, they see the teleport coming in from the Jax, and Junja and Hongq are both ready immediately to go after Kana here. Pops the counter-strike nice and early. Now they want to try to go after him. Junja immediately slams him into the wall with the Eshal impact. They need more damage to get it done. The Impale is there.
After making a big play.
All right, Yike wants to start up the second Drake, as Vladdy will now be farming up in bottom lane. Bot side duos have rotated over towards mid now. Junja coming down, does not want to allow Yike to take this one for free, but Kalist and Targamas are here. This is the point of power I was talking about for KC. If they are in the fight, CFO has got to respect the lead that they have Driver versus Kana up here in the top side. Driver just immediately eating the orange after we get stunned by the counter strike. Responds with the barrel for that fast, snappy trading pattern. And it looks like CFO will take control over the bottom side river. KC does not want anything to do with the fight. So
Bottom one, they have the Skarner here as well. So I think that it will be a sacrifice on those grubs. I mean, second pack does take a lot longer to take. So it's not like just because they saw Skarner down at the bottom side means he'll always be there. But they're not making like the full move up to Yike to actually try and push him off. Instead, Jinja's just going to take his Raptors as payment.
Right. This is just the handshake again, but it's the hands going to the other arms from the first time. Right. Nothing completely stacked either way. And I feel like this does help the side of CFO because of the fact that they're drafting more of this scaling type stuff like you're talking about. They're drafting
100% agree. Now, will Driver get picked again? Because that has been something that has happened a lot in this series.
Driver just going all the way in on Kana here. Remember, he's already used his orange now. He's got some help coming in the form of Junja. Scorp gets him out, and Driver is going all rolls to the side of CFO. And KC wants to put the pain here onto the tier 1 turret. Nice shockwave on a Kalist from Hongq, but nobody else is here in time. Junja trying to go in with the Ishtal impact, but he can't close the gap in time. Goes for it! Beautiful use of the Skarner ulti, as Doggo doesn't have the damage to kill off Kalist, but surely the tree will get chopped. He had the opportunity to put damage into the tier 1 turret over in the mid lane, but a TP is going to bring Hongq back instead. Now he's point blank range with the Corki, needs a little bit more damage, tries to get away, flashes out of the extra big one, and now Vladdy's behind enemy lines. Hongq's still alive. The tier 1 turret is going to die, but at the same time, Driver killed one on the top side first, so it's first turret over to CFO.
My Skarner here. Vladdy gets the kill though in the attempted bait, so it ends up being, like an assisted kill for a non-assisted kill, which is, slightly more bonus gold for the other side. But the tower also was taken, and mid tower gone for CFO. That bastion of defense that you need for the middle of the map no longer available to them as we look towards the Rift Herald. All 5 members of CFO are coming, by the way.
Yike and Junja are both standing by the Herald. Targamas and Kalist are here. The Shockwave doesn't find anything, and Hongq could be in some trouble. Targamas down to 40% HP now, as well as Junja's here on the front line. The Gangplank ulti up the top, a lot of damage down to Hongq with Kalist, and Kana trying to go in, but Kalist is already down! That's the most fed player! Junja dragging Vladdy into the range of everybody else as well, and Doggo is barking! He's hungry for KC blood! Is doing what needs to be done. Now, the Herald did go the way of KC. That is the silver lining here for them. That is the one thing saving that engagement from being an unmitigated disaster. But now, Kobe, allow me to direct him from the third-person perspective.
Yeah,
it was beautifully done. Junja showing up down here in the bot lane now. Kana's kind of a hard target to dive. Still moving forward towards him here. Ooh, swing and a miss on the Impale. Let's see if Doggo can get it done instead. Yeah, okay, I can't even finish the sentence. Second charge into this one as Driver is the one here to defend. Herald taken out as the Gangplank ulti is summoned up. The Cannon Barrage rains down. It's only going to force KC back. There's no kill potential here, commanding a 2,000 gold lead over Kana's Jax in game number 5. Vladdy and Kana doing a good job breaking those barrels, and now Driver's got to get away. Counter-strike is going to land. Driver immediately cleansing the stun on that one. Lands another barrel, tries to put a little bit more damage back onto the Jax, but now he's overplayed it a little bit as Hongq trying to stop the recall there of Vladdy. Hongq might have him, but it might go wrong the other way. Hongq about to die, but he stays alive thanks to the Yumi. Now Junja and Doggo, it's another double for the Zeri, but the trade is the Otacon on the other side of the map.
It's a flower Otacon too. The perma-stats here for KC. The bonus experience. Needlay here. They're going to farm the flowers, but they lost 2 on the top side from the CFO baits. 2 baits in a row. First, it is Driver baiting.
These river corridors, being able to charge through so many walls at so many different angles.
Yeah, it's critical. The Skarner ultimate into short range like the Neela.
But look at Kana. He's behind. He's wrapping around. This might be a pincer attack. If CFO's not ready for this, and Kana jumps over the wall, immediately insta-stuns Doggo. Hongq's gonna be there first though. Hongq's gonna die here at the very start. They pop the enemy mid laner. KC might just have themselves the fight they're looking for. They're sticking around trying to fight for the Drake instead. Lightning crashes. The Cloud Drake is slain. Doggo's moving forward. He goes in after Targamas, but now he's gonna be bursted down. He nearly dies. Massive kill coming in as Junja tries to do something in the back end, but KC have just found an absolutely huge turnaround. around. Beautifully done to catch Hongkyu. Kana standing and delivering when he absolutely had to. And CFO are ace. We're gonna rush the Baron. CFO, this is a ballsy play, Kobe.
Yeah.
This could seriously end the game one way or the other.
It's gonna be a 4v5 at Baron. Kalista staying on that dragon.
Yeah, Kalista's still all the way down there. The Baron's not dropping especially fast, though. Kalista has the dragon down now. Honestly, CFO's gambit doesn't pay off. KC feeling good about this one. Driver ends up getting rooted up. Eats the orange, but still loses half HP. Baron is still angry. Driver with the flash over the wall. Kana might find himself another kill, but he might find himself in a bad spot, too. CFO forced back with their top laner gravely injured as KC begin the Baron. Now Driver can go back. He can teleport to rejoin the fight and make sure that he can contribute. The Baron again, not dropping super fast, but CFO have to be ready. Doggo's got the Yuumi attached to him, and he's gonna step forward now with Kai Wing ready to rock. Junja swoops in through the side, and Kana's ready for the flank yet again. Nobody on CFO is watching for him just yet. It's a massive grab! They've managed to find Kalist! He's already down, and now they're taking the rest of the fight. Vladdy's trying to get away. Doggo dies, but he takes Vladdy with him. Kana's in the middle of everybody. He might just be the hero they need. Driver is so low. Junja is so low. A double kill over to Kana. The hero of France is the Jax today. KC's top laner refuses to lose.
That's the ace, and that's gonna be the Baron for KC. They've done it again. What a fight! They got the engage onto Kalist, but at the last moment, he smashes his keyboard, he gets off his ulti, he hits his spells, and KC...
And defend as KC close in on the bottom lane tier 3 turret.
CFO trying to clear the waves, the Baron-empowered waves. Jax is at the tower. Junja...
Kana might be in a bad spot here. Junja, nice use of the impale there, catches the Jax, but he's just so damn tanky they can't kill him. Kana gets away. Not just yet though. The shockwave lands from Hongkyu to finalize the
Another
kill.
one.
The tier 3 turret down in the bottom lane at the same time. CFO stopped the Baron there. Way he did in the previous version of this fight. The Kalist below. They're going after Kalist. They see the carry. Over the wall goes Junja. He wants Kalist right now. They know if they kill this guy, it could be seriously huge. Kalist with the apotheosis trying to stay alive, but the patience on the impale is enough. Doggo takes him down. KC has lost their AD carry, but again, they have stopped. He is 3,000 gold down compared to Vladdy. Junja trying to tag through the wall there, go after Yike, but he doesn't find him. Nice use of the ulti there from the Maokai to stop the Skarner in his tracks. Junja without a flash to be able to try to go for an impale there. Gangplank
ult. To try and push. KC do get the reward of getting mid lane push.
Oh, nice! A little bit of damage there on a Targamas, and Driver wants even more. He's hitting him with another one. Doesn't quite have enough just yet. Targamas with the flash over the wall to escape from Doggo. CFO playing so aggressively. Junja does take a lot. Guy can attack from a screen away. Doggo's looking for the chance to go in on Vladdy. He skates over the wall, but Vladdy with a bout can get away in time. Now in the meantime, it's Kana going after Hongkyu again. Just like last time in the bot side river, this might be what makes the difference here in the game. Junja on the front line, slams Yike back into the wall. Hongkyu's in danger, goes into stasis to stay alive, but Junja's gonna be killed up first. Kalista into the back line, Doggo's about to die. That's it, that's gonna be the game. KC just ace for one. That will do it! They started off so strong! Their opponents took them the distance, but it does not matter! This is their first international tournament! It will be their first international finals appearance! They will bring Europe to an international final for the first time in 5 years! KC, take the win!
When the pressure is on, ice in their veins, they stand up and they deliver.